According to the Gleaner, JFF steps up recruitment drive. Big up yourself, people. Massive respect every time, all the time. Story reported by Livingston Scott. Big up yourself, Livy. Big up yourself every time, Livy. You know everything go already. So I'm gonna read a story, people, from the Gleaner. Well, from a Star. Basically, it's a Star owned by the Gleaner. But quite an interesting detail here. Some names, some big names, some big names. So apparently Steve McLaren and the JFF are rack up things, are stack up things from baller. But I'm going to name them, I'm going to read the article, and then I'm going to tell them my thoughts. Now, I don't want nobody can cuss me for what I think and my opinion on the matter. I don't want to come, because I know so you got people come in the comment section and cuss me already. I know about it because them see me call name and them say, boy, MG this, MG that. MG not rate the ball in for overseas. I want to listen to me. People. So nobody watch a video 2 minutes in. Don't watch a video 2 minutes in and then come cuss. I say me said this and say me said that. When you don't hear the full context, watch the entirety of the video. All right, let's get to the meat of the matter. Because I'm going to exactly what I think at the end now. I don't hide nothing. I don't hold back no punches. Anyways, according to Jamaica Football Federation President Michael Ricketts, 4 overseas-based players on their recruitment list, including Mason Greenwood, currently have their documents being processed by PICA. Now, that's a really, really interesting one. I tell the people, I will be doing a follow-up on this video. So now look out for the one there as well. And he expect them to be completed in a timely fashion. Timely fashion, specifically, I think it's a smart thing to say, not giving a specific date. So nobody can expect him to say this or say that down the line. Timely fashion. Timely can even be next year, next 3 years, next 4 years. But smart move, Mr. President. All right, let's continue. Since the appointment of Steve McLaren as Reggae Boyz head coach, the federation has stepped up its recruitment drive for overseas-born professionals with Jamaican heritage. And if you know the history, I don't think it's because of Steve McLaren. I think these players have been in the pipeline for a good while. McLaren told a press conference recently that the federation presented him with a list of targets that he will be conversing with when he gets back home to get them to commit to Jamaica. Now, there's always been talk that the JFF don't want overseas baller. Now, listen to this one. McLaren himself has said. McLaren told the press conference recently that the federation present him with a list of targets. So them give McLaren to go and talk to these players. So the aspect of them as a boy, JFF don't want no diaspora player. I think that this is supposed to kill the argument. But knowing some people are stubborn, Anyways, I'm not going to say a unicorn meet same way. But let's continue. To get them to commit to Jamaica. And McLaren did say that, especially at a young age, it's very, very difficult to get the young players committed. Now, I can clearly remember on a conversation that on a podcast that with Isaac Aiden, he said that he strongly believes, doesn't matter what situation or how old he gets, he strongly believes that he has a capability of playing for England. So no matter how long it takes, he still believes that he can go and do that. Now, apparently, maybe, he did say Nigel until in 2 legs and done. So apparently look like in 2 legs and done because he's on the list. Let me continue. Star Sports also understand that apart from Greenwood, who the JFF has been targeting for Jamaica's senior men's national team for years, the list includes Arsenal, Reece Nelson. We all know what the Reece Nelson situation is like. We've seen that one, and I think this one is coming through. Morgan Gibbs-White for Nottingham Forest. Now, this one, a huge question mark is over this one. Solely because we saw Gibbs-White got called up to the senior team. And let me tell you, once they get a tier site, the chances of moving away, not so much. Not necessarily so much. So I'm not sure if we're going to see Gibbs-White. But Throw in my bag same way, just in case. We don't know anything can happen down in the long run. And this is a player that I personally like. I really love this player, Tyreek Mitchell of Chelsea. Tyreek Mitchell is a player, very, very good fullback. Love to watch him. Bournemouth, Max Aarons, a long time we know about Max Aarons. The Max Aarons thing has been probably about a couple of years now since Max Aarons has been discussed. Then no Ben Godfrey, and this is Ben Godfrey, and this is a player that I do believe and have heard that definitely wants to commit recently. A long time we got for him, long time we got for Ben Godfrey, but apparently in recent time he wants to commit. Who is presently at Serie A club Atalanta, and Newcastle's Isaac Aiden, and I just mentioned Isaac Aiden and the situation around now, what he said, that until in leg then can't go no more, he's highly or fully committed to playing for England. That's the belief that he has, that he believes in himself. Let me continue. 4 of them are being processed. Their documents are actually here with PICA, and we have asked respective government ministries to help us expedite the process that is being done right now. Ricketts disclosed. And this is what he said. Ricketts said, I won't go into anyone specific, as some of the players have asked me not to discuss the entire process. But at least 4 players' documents are at PICA, and we are just waiting to complete the process. Now, the president mentioned the names, and he also said that 4 players' documents are at PICA. Another question is, are the names that are being mentioned, all of the names that have been mentioned, are the players that their documents is at PICA? So that's actually another question. All of them is it. Although he could not say when the documentation process is expected to be finalized, Ricketts pointed out that the aim is to have players available for 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign. I am not in a position to give a timeline. PICA has said to us that they are working on the documents, and in a reasonable time, the passport will be ready. Now, this is interesting. The mere fact that he mentioned that he spoke with PICA, that's an interesting one. That must have meant that, hey, this thing is concrete. PICA say, you know what? We'll work on things. We'll get it done. Let's continue. Let's see what the president have to say. So some players are being processed now, and will definitely strengthen his group for sure. I want to reiterate that the real picture is 2026, and this is certainly a part of the process of getting to the World Cup. So there are some players who will be added as soon as their documents are sorted out. So that means that tentatively there's more players coming. So it means the squad go big. Meanwhile, in the press conference, announced the squad for his first official game as Reggae Boyz head coach against Cuba in the CONCACAF Nation Cup on Friday. McLaren revealed that he knows the players well and will be trying to persuade them to join the Jamaica team. And he went on to mention some aspect of it. He spoke about Rudolph Speed as well. And this is what he said. Again, in the commitment of the players, they are players that should be interested to us. They are very good players, and I will be making sure I have a conversation with the president and technical with the president. He also said that Mr. Speed has shown me a list of potential targets. I know them very well. I know their agents very well. So believe you me, when I get home, I'll be busy on the phone, he stated. He also spoke about some aspect of getting the best players and those things. So it's a good look. Now, let me tell you something, people. I'm going to make this blunt. Very, very blunt. You can cost me, I don't know. It does not matter how much players we bring in or the quality players we bring in. If the team collectively does not play good football, all them players will look like average ball up on the field. It's very unfortunate. This is my perspective. I can be wrong. When you can beat my feet, when you can make nice feet. If we don't have a proper way to play, and as me say again, I did a video recently speaking about it. This me and Craig Butler disagree upon so much things, but it's a one thing me always reiterate about my agreements with him on. If the team does not have a proper style or system of play, we will forever be in problems. It does not matter how many stars we have in the team. We may be able to go and play at a certain distance, beat up certain of the small teams them, but as soon as we look up on team where maybe have a little bit of quality, but a good system, we are in serious trouble. Big trouble. So we have to formulate a brand of football and a style of play in going forward from here. And that is the only way we can see some level of success on the pitch. So, we're not going any further than this. Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can come beat me in the comment section. May I stand by that. Anyways, MG Sports, big up on yourself. Enjoy your Sunday, people. God bless. We're out. Boom. Now, I mean, what you want there? What am I going on now?